Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's Monday, October 17th, and yeah, I'm back. I had a most unpleasant situation last week where one of my past traumas triggered me while trying to do my job, basically, and it made last week very rough. Part of it is caretaker fatigue, or whatever the terminology is for it, but it triggered some of my own past trauma. So that's why I was not recording last week, because it was all I could do to make myself get out of bed each day and go to work. Yeah. And in some respects, I'm better today, partially because I did what I always do when it comes to taking care of myself, and that is I didn't think about it. I focused on my family and my other hobbies, and I didn't think about it, or I tried not to think about it. I say that because there are a couple of times, because of the trauma that happened to me and it involving family, and family trying to reach out to me on my time off, there were a couple of times where I couldn't get away from it. And that's the trouble with childhood trauma. You might think that it has gone away, but it's really still there, just waiting, because you never, unless you are fortunate enough to possibly have dealt with it, and even if you have technically dealt with it, whether through counseling or confronting the issue with whoever it was that caused it, nothing says that it won't rear its ugly head at some point. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. I personally, I've decided that I need to stop trying to just ignore it and trying to figure out, I guess, better coping mechanisms. Because for right now, things are not getting better for our kids in the schools. And we're trying, but society seems to think that as much as they crap on educators, education will fix everything. Education, the teachers can raise our kids, and, you know, I've got to work to make ends meet, and our priorities are so ass backwards. Oops, I cursed. Or at least according to YouTube standards. Not as strong as some others, but still. Anyway, it's exactly, I call it like I say it usually. You guys know that by now. But that's a whole other soapbox I can get on. It's Monday. I had a really rough night last night. Probably because the weather was so nice this weekend. I spent quite a bit of time outside, which I normally do not do. And my sinuses were acting up, which caused complications with my CPAP machine. My husband found some medicine for me, gratefully, that seemed to do the trick, and I changed the humidity setting on it to kind of help it out, because at one point I even had a bloody nose. It was really yuck. And I don't typically get bloody noses. It'll get raw and irritated, but it usually doesn't get that bad. It was pretty bad last night, but we got it taken care of. I did get some sleep. And I did get my coffee this morning. So I'm gonna let you guys go so I can enjoy my coffee and head on into work. And in case you can't tell, fall temperatures are finally here. We're in the 70s on average, although I guess we have a nice little cold front coming through over the next few days before we get back up into the typical 70s. And this morning, we're just now hitting 40 degrees. And the next 2 nights are supposed to hit freezing. We've got a freeze watch on for the next couple of nights. So hopefully stay warm wherever you're at. Stay safe, stay healthy if you can, as best as you can. And take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Love y'all, and I will see you next time. Bye.